Good evening. Welcome to Reach Across Live with your host, Paul Francis. Big hello to everybody who's joined us in the chat room already. Jojo Walsh, Puffins, William, and Johnston, Lisa Johnston. Welcome. Lovely to see you. DAMB Cry for the Children. DAMB Cry for the Not too sure what that means, William, but happy to give out a cry or a shout, whatever you need. So here we are, Monday night. So I'm looking at the studio windows at the moment in this beautiful twilight sky. No doubt the stars will be appearing shortly. I can't believe it's 8 p.m. and it's still daylight. That's how quickly that we are shifting through the spring already. Already in April. I can't believe it. Wow, how quickly it's flying past. Caroline McPeak, good evening. Welcome to the show, my darling. Lovely to see you. Um, Jolene, obviously, I don't know if you're new to the show or not, Jolene, but that's not a way to get a reading. Um, I'll go through in a minute how you get a reading. I've sort of been stating for the last 3 months. Anybody says anything for me, the answer is no. So uh, it's kind of like not really caring. So um, if you want someone to help you, if you want to get a session, then if you want to get a read, then you have to put energy into that. So we'll go through that, and I'll go. If you're new, Jolene, not a problem. I will teach you how to make sure that energy works with you and for you. William says I could use your help. Hey, no problem at all. If I can help anybody, anywhere, anytime, I tend to try to do that. Um, I'm a very, very big believer of having your feet well and truly planted on the ground. Okay, I'm a psychic medium, but I'm a realist at the same time. I'm a very, very honest, down to earth realist, and not everything that goes bump in the night is spirit. So I'm a very big, big, big believer in normal, then paranormal. Whereas a lot of people will try and force feed you paranormal first. No, not everything that goes bump in the night is spirit. Sometimes it's just a pipe. Um, so basically, welcome to the show. The show is called Reach Across, and Reach Across is all about me sort of going through how spirit interacts with you and how you interact with spirit, how a spirit affects you, how you affect spirit, and how the combination of all of that affects your physical surroundings. So it really is a show of readings, but a show of learning as well. There are 1,000 other shows out there that blurt out reading after reading after reading, and whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent, it's not really the case. The point of the matter is, I'm a big believer in the old parable. If you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. If you teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. So, um, the world of spirit isn't exclusively for those that work in the field, and i.e., psychic mediums. It's not at all, not remotely, is it? It just so happens that psychic mediums are trained to listen and interact and connect with spirit. So I think, well, why not everybody? All right. So my whole my whole sort of concept is, if I teach you how to understand your friends and family, how they're trying to get through to you, then you don't need mediums, and you shouldn't need mediums. Okay. Now, coming to a medium, for an example, my own clients, I don't allow a client to come back to me any more than 4 times a year. Otherwise, you just become hooked, and you become sort of, it's almost like in a fix. Come to a medium by all means, but it's really to back up what you've heard and learned initially. Okay. So let me just say hello to a few people in the room. First and foremost, I would like to really welcome Jolene McPeak. Jolene, welcome to the show. If you are new to the show, thank you very much for being here. Make sure you subscribe to the channel though while you're now coming through there on YouTube. If you're not coming through on YouTube, come out of Facebook. So Jojo Walsh, come out of Facebook, go into YouTube, type in Paul Francis Medium up in the search bar. It'll bring you straight back to the show, and subscribe to the show, but more importantly, like the show. I really need you guys to like the show. So Jolene, welcome to the show. Lovely to see you. And we're going to go through basically how that all works. Sarah Houghton, my darling Sarah Houghton, just popping in for a quick hello. Hello to you too, my darling. It's been too long. I hope you and the good lad are all doing well, and the family are doing fantastically. Let's have a look who else is coming. Alrighty then. I did say hi to Caroline McPeak, Lisa Johnston. Lovely to see you too. Now, William's doing a bit of a chat here. Let's see what William's doing. We all do amazing things. Don't stop. Miracles are, oh god, it's moved. Miracles, oh, I was reading something and it just shifts. It shifts so fast, but there we go. Miracles are happening. Your realist things not working out. I don't know what that means. Some incredible, amazing things are happening. God bless those people who are doing what they're doing. Okay. Mary Erickson says, share. Trudy Woody is in the house. Trudy, why are you on Facebook? Get yourself onto YouTube. You know that better. Sending love to you and your family. We are all grand. That's great to hear. Tell Toby I said hi, and it's been way too long since I've caught up with you guys. And just so you know, Sarah, we will be putting the new Paraghost team together over the next couple of weeks. So I know you and Toby want to be a part of that, so make sure that you're still there. Dawn Hatton, hello, my darling. Lovely to see you. I hope you're well. Okay. Lynn's in the room as well. Sorry, I missed Lynn. I seen her name come up and then it came out. Now, so just back in again. Good evening, Lynn. Welcome to the show. And if your family are all still with you, a big hi to them too. Trudy said, don't start. Marlene Bolton, welcome to the show. Morning Dawn. Good morning, Marlene. Welcome. Right. Now for any of the new people who've come to join us tonight, because I just wanted to help Jolene basically to understand how it works. So Jolene, basically everything is energy. We are all energy. Everything around us is energy. Everything's made up of energy. Energy all works at different frequencies. Now, here's the thing. Basically, you can affect energy. You can affect it, and it will affect you. Like, let me show you a basic energy effect. Watch. That was energy affecting. I affect the energy by compacting against the wall. Okay, it sends a shiver back up my body. So one effect affects another. Alrighty. So me doing that created a thump on the wall, as you can hear, but that in turn reflects energy back into my arm and sends a shudder up my arm. So one effect can affect another energy. The same thing with spirit. Okay, so when you are going to be dealing with your friends and family in spirit, those people who you want to come through, if you want to hear from anybody in specific, now some mediums will let you know that they can go and talk to whomever you want. Rubbish, absolute total tripe. We have no control over who comes through. All right, it's basically it's kind of like I like to sort of explain it like you walking into a pub, or a bar, and the person with the loudest voice, that's who you look over to first. So that's how it kind of grabs your attention. It would be really, really, really easy if mediums were able to go into, actually, I want to speak to that one over there. But it doesn't. It's basically those those who connect to us come through and they connect to us. Now, how it works on the other side of life is it's very, very genteel. One will work hard to get a hold of me, and then they'll go, I've got him, come on. And so then everybody will join around them and they'll link in. So how to build that energy, excuse me 1 second, a little frog in my throat there. How to build that energy is start talking to those that you connect to on the other side, those friends and family who are in spirit. Talk with them, build that energy up, okay, and say to them, listen, I want you to come through to Paul, And then how you build the energy with me and you is you say, hey, Paul, I'd like to talk about X, Y, and Z. So basically, ask me a question based upon something you want to know about, something you want to ask me about the subject matter. Ask me anything at all about the subject matter, and we'll build that energy up. And that's usually with that buildup of energy, how they boom come through and how you get a reading. Alison Anderson, hi, Alison, lovely to see you. Welcome to the show. Sue Vinicum, little Sue, little Vinicum. Her name is Vinicum, but I call her Venticump, as in the little people who live in Santa's Grotto. Tina Cantu, Tina, hi, welcome to the show, darling. Lovely to see you as always. So they went home at 6:30 tonight. Thank you for acknowledging them. It's lovely to have family around. I have my baby girl. I was away out all day today in the beautiful city of Truro, and Maya was having her hair done, and she's like, so we spent, Johanna and I spent the day together, and it was good fun. We were doing bits and pieces. Sue's laughing her head off, by the way. So welcome to Reach Across Live. You're coming to you live on 105.3 to 107.7 FM, all across the UPRN network. Talk radio coming to you live from the very beautiful New Orleans. Yes, indeedy. Don't forget, coming out after tonight's show, you will have multiples of other shows on the UPRN network, but especially my dear pals, Michelle and Amelia, with their show Outer Realms. Make sure you stick around for that and support those guys. And there's a lot of great shows on the UPRN network. Have a look. And there are some shows coming up joining the UPRN network family. Look out for them as well. It's really, really important that you guys subscribe to this show and make sure that you hit the little bell icon on YouTube. But here's what I really need you. I need you to go and invite at least 3 people to come and join through YouTube. Go out there and invite 3 people and get them to come in, get them to subscribe and hit the bell icon, and just get them to come in. Go and be a part of the entire event and part of the show, a part of the network and part of the family, and invite all of those people to come and be a part of this. The more energy we have in here, the more we have to share and work with. Alrighty. So, as always, you have me for 90 minutes. It's an hour and a half, in which case I'm very much open to answering questions. As always, I have the crystals in front of me and I have the cards in front of me as well. And we'll work out with a combination of both. Now, before we go any further, some I was supposed to be away out of the country for a little bit of time, and that's now not happening. So I now have some slots opening up for people who want one-to-ones. So I had to turn a lot of people away because I was supposed to be out of the country. That's not happening now. I'm going to be here, so it means I've got slots available for people who want one-to-ones. So if you want it like a one-to-one, book it now. Alrighty, because they'll go. Bernie Peppers just come into the house. Bernie, welcome. Lovely to see you. Welcome to the show. And Pamela's joined us as well. Lovely to see you too. Thank you for being here. Get out there, share the show, share it on your Facebook, share it on your Instagram, share it in all of your private and public networks, share it in all of your groups, but get people to come in. There is spirit around me because the end of my nose is getting itchy. I'm not rude. I don't rub my nose on camera for the heck of it. When spirits around me, the end of my nose gets itchy. If you start watching my shows from way back, you will notice that I've always done that, and it's when spirits around me. Right. I don't know what Trudy's putting on there. I read your name and felt a strong connection to you. Thank you. Might need a reading. What's your zodiac sign, love? Reply, Trudy Hall. No. That's not what Trudy does. That's a bit suspicious. I don't know what that is. My pal Trudy doesn't tend to do that. Anyway, so before I block that, Trudy, that's not you, is it? I need you to come on, make sure that's you. Right. Anyway, like I say, the best way to start getting a reading tonight is start asking questions, and I'm open for you guys to ask me questions now. Okay, so if you'd like to talk away and ask me whatever you want, there's a few things that I did want to talk about as well. You've sorted it, Trude. Good. So is that, was somebody just trying to use your profile there? What's that all about? Okay. Anyway, so a big thank you, by the way, for everybody who was a party of party two last Thursday night's Spirit Quest show. The numbers are going up. You guys seem to be very happy with the show. I had been considering changing the format and trying to do little bits and pieces here and there with it, but you all seem very happy with it, so we won't change anything. Jojo Walsh says, my daughter Sabrina passed away last week after being missing for 10 days. I'm very sorry to hear that. The police found her body on Tuesday. Something tells me that there's some foul play. Do you see anything for me, please? Jojo, right. First and foremost, let me just start off by saying I'm really sorry to hear that you have lost a child and lost a daughter, and in a way that's clearly so terrible. Um, I don't. I want to say to you guys that running to a medium is never an answer. Okay, for a medium to be a part of looking for a reason, that's okay, but really, um, it wouldn't be on here. Okay, this is not the format to be discussing something like that. We will be able to try and figure it out for you on the other side. Rogers just come along and said there's no sign. Can you guys hear me? Or is Roger is it Roger's system that's playing up? You guys can all hear me, so Roger's got to be your system. So basically, what I want to say to you, Jojo, is we will send you lots of love. Absolutely, we will send you love. But to do a like an investigation kind of a thing is kind of not in a public format. Um, Unfortunately, yes. Thank you, Trudy. I love you too. So we will send out our love. Sabrina will be around you. That's an absolute. Um, but I want to say that I would try and help you, but I don't think this is the format for it. Okay, so we will talk to you privately on that front. Righty. Thank you, Trudy. I love you too. By the way, you all know Trudy and I have been pals, crikey, since I was thin. Enough said. So sending out our love to Joe and her family at this very dark and sad time. So let's hope that the light of love and truth finds its way to you and your family and brings you as much comfort as possible. I don't believe for 1 second you could find any level of comfort in going through what you're going through, but I will definitely send my love and strength out to you guys right now. If you've got any more questions, please keep the questions coming in, because that's something we could do with right now. There was a few bits and pieces that I wanted to discuss, like I get quite annoyed at so-called psychics who clearly haven't the foggiest clue in what they're doing. Like I also had somebody send me a message going, oh, be aware that there are hollow or untruthful people around you. And I went, okay, where are you picking this up? And I went, they went, oh, you'll know. You can't put a statement like that up on somebody's profile without backing it up about how you got it, and here's the feeling that I'm getting, and you work out how you got it from. So I really can't deal with idiots like that. Okay, if you have, especially those ones that call themselves psychics, say, oh, listen, there's untruth people, you want to be careful of this and you want to be careful of that. Block. Bye. Alrighty. Unless somebody comes to you and you work out a whole scenario of a read and you figure it out together, then I want to call bullshit on that. Phil Tahoe's joined us. Phil, welcome to the show, my dear friend. I hope you're well. Pamela Gra, also working on a joint venture with someone business wise. What do you see that go right, Pamela? Do you know what I'm gonna, Catherine Ahern? What kind of questions can we ask? Anything you like, Catherine. Anything you like, my darling. Let me just deal with Pamela right here. Just a second. Pamela, working on a joint venture with someone business-wise, do you see that going well? Now, psychic and mediums are here for multiples of reasons, but so is life coaching. And life coaching kind of ties the two together in a way. Now, you're going into the business. Are you going into the business hoping it's going to work out? Or, Pamela, I need you to respond to me really quickly, okay? Are you going into the business hoping that it's going to work out? Are you going into the business knowing it's going to work out? Which one is it? I need you to respond really fast. And while you're doing that, Catherine, you can ask me any questions that you like. And I like the questions to be around about the subject matter. Okay, about psychics and mediums, but whatever you want to ask. There you go, Pamela. No ending will. So there's no answer that you've answered that question yourself. Is the joint venture going to work? Then, if you're going to give it 100%, and if you enjoy what you're going to do, then it's going to work out. Okay, if you go in thinking, "No, I'm not too sure about this," it's just, oh, is it going to work? No, there's the answer. Alrighty, business. Business has no emotional content. Okay. I remember, and the reason why I'm going to be kind of flippant about this is because I went to business college. And in the first week in business college, I remember the lecturer saying, Paul, 1 and 1 equals. And I thought, is this a trick question? He said, 1 and 1. 1 and 1 equals 2. Yes. Okay. 2. Yeah, 2. So is the answer going to be 2 whether you're happy or sad? And again, blank. What do you mean? Is the answer 2 whether you're happy or whether you're sad? And before I could get it out, he went, it's always going to be 2, you idiot. Whether you're happy or sad, there is no emotional content in business. Okay. Remove in facts and figures with 1 and 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 3. The answer will be 4, 6, 8, 10, no matter what, whether you're happy or sad. So when you go in to do a business venture, first of all, go into something you love, all right, that you love, because you will automatically give it 100%. That's going to be a given. Knowing what your outcome and knowing what your goals are going to be are a big part of this. So know what your goals are going to be, what it is you want to hit. All righty. Now, Pamela, I don't know whether this venture is something similar to somebody else. I get a gentleman around you, an older gentleman. I get this gentleman was either in his late 70s or around his, let's put it late 70s or late 80s, somewhere in that kind of a field. This gentleman passes over with what in normal terms wouldn't be really severe. It just so happens at that time and where he was and his body in a bit of a weakened state, it took him to the other side of life. But it kind of feels to me, and he's making me feel that he crosses over to the other side of life with it just his time. He just feels to me, yeah, I have my time and now I'm here. There's a strong J or G name like George, Graham, Joseph, John. There's a strong guttural G name to this. I'm supposed to acknowledge. I'm not already. And they're telling me to acknowledge this month. They're talking about the 4th. Okay, so the 4th of a month, or the 4th month of April, January, February, March, April, yes. The 4th month of April, I had to go through it in my head, is significant. So they're telling me this month is being significant, okay? Or the 4th of a month is being significant. They tell me 2 people that cross over to the other side of life, cross over or have their birthdays and anniversaries around the same time. Okay, so somebody's birthday is around the same time as somebody's anniversary. There's a birthday anniversary roughly around the same time. Now, we're also coming up on what I would refer to as a significant date. So, what I call significant dates is um, your 16th, your 18th, 21st, 25th, 30th, 40th, 50th, something along those lines. Your son's April. Okay, so we're talking about your dad, 87, passed in February. Your son's 30th. Got it. Got it. We're up. So I'm definitely working with you, Pamela, on that front. Now, slow down on okay, you're pushing, and just whoop, 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 pull back your reins a little bit. Evaluate what you've achieved, evaluate what you've got, and evaluate have you done everything you need to be to go on to the next step. You're doing things right, but you're not. You're kind of like missing little bits along the way because you're going slow down, and you will get up that mountain as long as you take each step. Okay, but if you try and hop, you'll not get up the mountain because you'll be too tired. Slow down, and you will be able to get up that mountain. I don't know whether it's your good self that they want me to acknowledge, but they're telling me to acknowledge somebody here with either blood sugar or blood pressure related issue. Please get on top of that. Never take advice from a medium or psychic on medical issues. Okay, a medium or psychic medium can bring up the medical issue, but always go to a professional. Take advice from a professional. Okay. But there's blood sugar related issues or blood pressure related issues they want me to draw my attention to. Pamela, there's also a sharp move around you. Now, is with yourself or somebody directly connected to you, but there's a change of circumstances, be they moving house, moving home. But there's a move around them. I'm seeing from my for sale sign. That is one of the symbols you want me to relate to you because it means a very positive change. There's a strong A name as well to be acknowledged, like Andrew, Alice. There's a strong A, Anne, a strong A name they want me to bring up. They're now telling me to talk about the 11th as being significant. So November is significant, or the 11th of a month is significant as well. Catherine, don't worry. You kind of like you kind of get up every day and look for something to worry. No, trust me. If there's enough, if there's nothing to worry about, relish in the fact that there's nothing to worry about. Don't start looking for something to worry about. Okay, just go. Hey, it's a day without worry. Enjoy it. Oh gosh. Uh, all right, let's have a look at what Pamela's come back. She's going, make it all make sense. Thank you very much. A would be my evil mother, Audrey. Don't even joke on how evil. Okay, Pamela, listen, everything's gonna work out as long as you just slow down, cross the T's, dot the I's, put the commas in the right place. It's all gonna work out. Stop overthinking. Alrighty. So let's look at what cards come through for you. So the very first number that they gave me was 4. So I always go with the first number. Remember, I also said the 11th. So November is significant, or the 11th of a month. But we're going to go with the very first, which was 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Let's see what cards come out for you today. Boom. Daydream. You will easily hear and receive your messages if you daydream regularly. Relax and open your mind to receiving without directing your thoughts. Just notice any feelings, visions, or ideas as if you were watching a movie. This is the seat of creativity. There you go. There you go. Thank you so much. The 11th month is my husband's birthday. There you go. A lot of stuff coming in there just to say you're not on your own. Just chill out. Everything's going to work out. And I hope that helps you out, Pamela. Thank you very, very much. Thank you for being the first out today, by the way. Catherine Ahern. Let's have a look at what Catherine's got to say. I have a musical friend whom I know we have met many times before in other lifetimes. and I have seen them as well in many ways. Is this just to learn and to teach from each other or to reconnect? I am involved with healing, spiritual life, creativity, gardening. He's scientific, musical, and a deep thinker. Well, obviously, you've got a wealth of interlinking um, understandings there. Now, it's more about what you get when you get the two energies together. Do you feel comfortable? Do you feel settled? Do you feel everything's going to be right with the world? I want to say a big hi to Julie Sharp, by the way, who's just come in. Um, a lot of people, I believe that there is the other half. Okay, I believe that twin flames, whatever connotation you want to put onto it. And no matter where you are in the world and at what level of reincarnation or different life or whatever, whatever you want, I don't believe that there's a right, wrong, or indifferent. I just believe there's understanding, and there's that what we don't understand yet. So to make life really, really easy, I'm going to say that when you reconnect with each other, as you say, from previous lifetimes, yet you reconnect, you are constantly drawn together. And you could be born here and your chap could be born in Australia, but you will still gravitate back to meet. If that's the case, and this is happening over and over and over, then it's very likely your twin flame. I'm not saying it is, I'm saying it's very likely your twin flame. However, Catherine, let's focus on you here. You say you're connected to the spiritual life. Then you're probably feeling a little bit of a weird change around you at the moment. That weird, there's a kind of like almost a feeling of like, has it left me? Have I just lost my abilities? Because I get a feeling of a change, what I call a change of guard, righty? So it means there are new guides moving in, but there are old guides moving out. So as some set move out, that could be two, three, four, could be one, don't know. They move out. There's a feeling of disjoint or of like, what the heck? Have I lost this? Is it all gone? And just as the others move in, then it'll all settle again. But there's a change of energy around you, especially with your guides. Okay. Don't be surprised if you don't really, if you start getting drawn to hillsides or mountain terrain. Okay, I feel that you've got to be high up looking down, but it's feels to me countrywide rather than being at the ocean edge. There's something about being closer to the heavens, but from a perspective of height. So that I've got to talk about. um There's a strong M name like Mark that I really get Mart or Mark there's a strong M name being shouted to me in the background as I look at your um at your name, Catherine Ahern. There's a Mart, Mark. That kind of a name is being shouted. I can be off by names, but I won't be off by the initial or what it sounds like. And when I give a name, don't automatically assume that that person is crossed. For my reference, it means who they are, who's with them, or please say hi to. Also, Catherine, I want to say to you, I'm getting itchy feet, so don't be surprised if you don't find yourself on strange grounds. So that means there is a visitation or there's a journey coming up that you're going to be on strange grounds, but there are doors to be opened on that strange ground. So you're going to be meeting people that are going to be opening doors for you. That's going to be good. It's kind of like you're getting shifted with almost like a little push to the next level. Alrighty. I feel you're working with herbs. I feel you're working with um, Mother Earth more at this level. Okay, to just understand, it really feels. If I had to put a stamp on it, if I was really forced into a corner, and I want you to put a stamp on this, it would be really, really Wiccan. Okay, very Wiccan here. Very Mother Earth, working with the beauty of fresh spring waters, herbs, understanding that kind of element of life. Alrighty. And the name Mel or Maliki, like Mel or Maliki is being shouted, different from the Matt. Okay. They tell me to talk about July as being significant. Birthday or an anniversary connected to July. And there are two ladies that step forward. One is showing me a pink line. That means maternal. So there's a maternal connection here, a mother, grandmother figure that wants me to be acknowledged around you. There are Yes, there is a parallel. So that means to me same dates or same names. So somebody here on Earth has carries somebody's name that's in spirit, or there are two dates that are significant. But there are two reasons why somebody here on Earth connects with somebody in spirit, and it's not just the fact that they're mother and daughter. It means like for example, my brother is called Patrick, my daddy and my father in spirit is called Patrick. So the parallel would mean those two carry the same name. So there's a parallel between somebody here on the earth and somebody in spirit. Let me just come all the way down and make sure I'm not missing anything here. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. See what we've got for Catherine on. Oh, we go. Maybe that journey means this, Catherine. Family. The situation is rooted in an emotional experience with a family member, which we can. I'll start that again. This situation is rooted in an emotional experience with a family member, which we can help you to turn around and understand and heal. In your mind and in your heart, surround this person, yourself, with the experience of calming blue light and many angels. Be open to the gifts within the situation and allow yourself to feel the peace. You go, my love. So, Catherine, that could be that change we're talking about. Alrighty. Right. Catherine, I do hope that helps you out. And thank you for being on part of the show today. I really appreciate it. Funny how family dates. Funny how family. I'll bring that out 'cause it's going to be easier for me to read up here. And by the way, do you see that picture there of Sarah? That's what she looks like for real. Funny. She's one of the nicest people I have ever had the absolute joy to ever meet. Her and her lovely husband Toby, absolute wonderful human beings. It's absolute pleasure to be in their company every time. It's funny how families share dates. It's Toby's birthday tomorrow, and wish him all the best from me, by the way, and all of us. And would have been my granddad too. One of my brothers share a birthday with another grand who's passed, and my mom and I have the same birthday. That comes across to me as parallels. Okay, now Sarah, as I brought you up and looked at you, there's energy coming in around you. I don't know whether I can't remember whether you said you just changed jobs, but there's another change coming up around you, my darling. Okay, there's another change in a good way. I kind of think that you went into a position kind of understating your abilities, and that has been acknowledged because those are going to they're going to pull you up again. Okay. However, don't be too worried, Sarah, because as you progress upward, it's on your terms, not on anybody else's. It's kind of like, look, we'll give you your own times, your own opportunities to do and control and blah blah blah. But there is a strong need for um your experience in a new position that's coming up around you. Okay. Um, I'm hearing break a leg. So whether or not are you moving into amateur dramatics or something like that? Because break a leg usually means it's a good luck concept based upon treading the boards. So break a leg. I'm hearing that being shouted in the background for some reason. I don't know what that is. But if you are going to be on stage in pantomime for Christmas or something, I am coming to watch that. Excuse me again, once, by the way, ladies and gentlemen who are new to my channel. Me getting rubbing my nose means spirit is around me. Sarah, as well, there's a real strong energy around you trying to get you to take a little bit of time out. Okay. I'm seeing a new symbol. It's a new symbol that I brought into my being, and it's kind of like a boat on a river and just drifting. That means it's time to just, you know, just have a break. And I mean, a proper chill drift down the river break, proper break. So you, Toby, and the kids, or just you and Toby, and just have a break because it's time for that to happen. Um, I don't know whether June's significant, my darling, but the number 6 is coming in. So it's this June representing the 6th month, or this the 6th of a month is significant. There's a name like Ivan, Ian, something like an I or E sounding name. I'm supposed to acknowledge around you, and someone connects to the family in spirit that crosses over with a fall, a crash, a non-healthcare crossing already. So it feels to me like an accident or incident assists in getting them to the other side of life, but they're quite happy. Um, I don't know who the Joe or Joseph or Joanne, but there's a J O sounding name to be acknowledged around you as well. One, two, three, four, five, six. All right. Here's the card that comes up, my darling. The ocean. The deep blue sea speaks to your soul, healing and soothing you. Even the act of imagining yourself dipping into its healing wombs brings about desirable effects. Isn't that amazing? I just said drifting down the river. Better yet, spend some time physically near the ocean, which I know you do. Allow its power and beauty to wash away your cares and concerns. Now, I know you didn't expect a reading, but sometimes they happen. Pamela says, many thanks. You're very welcome. Bernie Pepper says, will I ever get a break? Yes, Bernie. Will I ever get a break? Yes. Okay. But you have to create that energy to create. Okay. Your mind is so focused on what's going wrong, you attract that same energy to yourself. So it's a matter of concerning yourself with things that are going wrong and start focusing on things that are right in your life and start attracting that energy to yourself. Okay. Like attracts like. So whatever energy you give off, you attract. Okay. You're a magnet to the energy you give off. So I want you to literally get up, dust off, get rid of all of the negative energies, get rid of all of the negative thoughts, get rid of all of the negative focuses that's taking over your life, and go, stop. All right, let's have a look at what's going on in my life that is good, and focus on those. Okay, start getting rid of imagine the negative energy around you as being like a soot, like in a chimney, a soot. Jump in the shower and have a really good shower, and imagine that you're caked in soot. I'm saying it with an Irish accent, as in chimney soot. See, every time you lather up and you wash off, see that soot being pulled away from your body and going down into the plug hole, and wash it again, and keep doing it until you feel that you have literally eradicated all the soot from your body. Then allow that water to pull through to it golden flecks, beautiful flecks of gold. And imagine that starting to form a circle or an orb, or a globe around you, whatever way you want to look at it. Now, that globe is going to protect you. It's going to energize you. It's going to reflect away all negative energies, but it's going to start healing you from the inside. And continue to do that little exercise over and over until you believe that you are ready to accept all the great things in your life. And I promise you, your life will change for the better. I promise you. That's not only just for Bernie, that's for all y'all. Everybody try that exercise. All right. Everybody give that exercise a go. Once again, coming to you live tonight on 105.3 to 107.7 FM, coming to you live from the very beautiful city of New Orleans. Everybody listening to me today in New Orleans, a very, very wonderful good afternoon to you. Make sure that you're enjoying your day to the max. And if you have an opportunity, pull in, go onto YouTube, go into YouTube, search bar, Paul Francis Media. Come and join us on the show. Say hi. We're coming to you live with the UPRN, that's United Public Radio Network Talk Radio. And coming up after the show tonight, we have my dear pals Michelle and Amelia with their brilliant show, Outer Realms. And there are a whole host and slew of fantastic shows on the UPRN network. Make sure you stick around and have a look at them. Of course, I will be this Monday night tonight. So next Thursday is the night I will be back. Let's have a look and who we've got coming up on tonight's show. Jolene McPeak. She's a newbie to the show, and I want to say a huge thank you to everybody who's new to the show. Shlonsha. I lost two people last year. Are they at peace? Jolene, first and foremost, my darling, thank you so very, very much for being here. Those who cross over to the other side of life are immediately at peace. Okay, no matter what you watch on the different ghost shows and all that, those shows that are designed for entertainment. They are designed for entertainment. Okay. The information that they're sharing with you is enhanced beyond belief. Okay. If you've ever been on a proper ghost hunt, you will realize that it can be intensely boring at times. Okay. The TV shows only show you the bits that they actually captured. They don't show you the hours of boredom sometimes that you could be going through waiting for it. So all that stuff about them being caught here and stuck here and all that crap is that once you release life, you're immediately met with your guides, but more importantly with your friends and family. The person that meets you first is the close family member, and they cross you across to the other side of life. You are then orientated. So you're showing, usually people who don't believe in the other side of life are going, what, this is real? Oh my God, oh my God. And then they start meeting their friends and family. They had to mourn. Okay. All the people that they lost, they think, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So instant party. Are they at peace, my darling? Without shadow of doubt. Without shadow of doubt. I get an older gentleman around you and an older lady, and they're either on the same level. So this could be a father, mother, grandmother, grandfather figure, but they're in as old. They're coming in as older energies to you. There's somebody that has either an Irish connection or an Irish name, alrighty, that wants me to be acknowledged. But I'm seeing the Irish flag being flown around you. So I need to understand why I'm coming in on that. Now, okay, they're very, very focused on you, Jolene. So let me just say what I'm being made feel. First and foremost, my darling, there's a big, big issue with you carrying the past. Okay, you need to let go of the past. Okay, there's a guilt complex that you're carrying with you, like that you may have made wrong decisions. Who hasn't? Okay, you don't know what a right decision is until you made a wrong one. Alrighty, you don't know what up is until you experience down. You don't know what cold is until you experience hot. So you these are lessons. Okay, it's okay to bring the lesson with you, but leave the situation that's in the past in the past. The only way you can change that is if you time travel. So there's no point in wasting your life's thoughts and energies upon it. Situations of the past have no relevance to the future, Jolene. So don't make them relevant, okay? Because when they become relevant, it's because you're making them relevant. So let go of the past. The past is dead and gone, okay? It's your future that is going to bring you such great dividends. Now, I don't know whether I'm supposed to say congratulations with you or to you, alrighty? But I'm being shown a symbol, which is a stork, and there's a new energy or a new life coming into the family. So somebody's pregnant, okay, because they show me a stork carrying a baby. So that, and that's always on a congratulations. Okay, so there's a new energy coming into the family. Either this energy is already in place. In other words, you know about it, but there's a congratulations to be shared with you guys. Jolene, there is a pull to bring you back to where you're supposed to be. Okay. A few decisions that have kind of taken you away from you, and these decisions were made for the right reasons, by the way, but they've kind of taken you off your path. So you've gone along with ideals of somebody else to more appease somebody else rather than yourself, and you've gone kind of a wee bit away from where you really wanted to be. Well, that's going to change because you're being pulled back towards the path where you were supposed to be, and everything's going to work out. So don't worry too much about that, okay? Um, there's a feeling of you can't do right for doing wrong around you. So when I say that, people go, "What? What?" Um, basically, you're over trying. You're over cooking things. You're you're trying so hard to do things right. You're missing points, and so you can't do right for doing wrong. So basically, what that message is, just take it easy on yourself. Stop giving yourself such a hard time. I don't know whether you're the musician or you're the entertainer, but there's something about going back to music, which will help the situation. Alrighty. They tell me to talk about the eighth month. So the eighth month of August, or the eighth of a month, is significant here, with a birthday and anniversary connected into that. And there are two anniversaries in this month that they want me to acknowledge. So one, not two, so one in either as we come into the second week, and one into the last week of the month. Okay, so there are two birthday anniversaries in the eighth month, or the eighth of a month is significant. Okay, to be acknowledged. Oh wow, okay. Um, far be it for me to tell you what to do, because I wouldn't. But I'm supposed to say, don't go ahead with the tattoo. Okay. Okay. Let's have a look at what the eighth card brings you. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. There you go. Boom. You want to get a card? Why not get one that says joy on it? Joy is the highest energy of all. It's the magical sense that everything is possible. Joy springs from appreciating the gifts within each moment. Joy allows you to attract and create your present and future moments at their highest possible levels. Jolene, all your friends and family and spirit are working in combination to bring you happiness and joy. Okay? Check out that beautiful picture. Hopefully that helps you. Trudy says, I love it when you meet someone and you just know that they are in your life for an important reason. Good. Absolutely. Alrighty, let's have a look. Desiree Bridges, David Baird, welcome to the show. Good to see you. My mom, Anne, and I wish I had. I'll read it. Read that again. My mom, Anne, I wish I had a don't worry, be happy day. Then don't wish. Make it a don't worry, be happy day. If it's to be, it's up to me. If it's to be, it's up to you. Make the choice. You can make it happen. Okay. Got any feelings on my name, please, Desiree? Come a wee bit more with more of a substance with your question, my darling. Have more behind your substance of your question, more about your what it is you want to know. Okay, because your name or the energies could be yourself or David, and it could slide one way or the other. Marlene says, "Yep, Paul, I don't dream at night, but they dream all day." Well, Marlene, you do dream at night. Otherwise, you'd be very, very ill. But that's between me and you. Catherine Ahern says, "Thank you so much. Yes, the gravitation has happened. I am Irish." There you go. And he's USA, but in Ireland. Yes, live by hills, by ocean. Feel like I'm going to Ireland next year, and the trees in the fields. Change of guard is a new opportunities, big time, musically and earthly things. Yes, we always been Wiccan. Haha, Maliki is a friend, an author. I'm writing my first book. Going spot on. Thank you, Catherine. It's been an absolute pleasure, and thank you very much for being here. I appreciate you very, very much. Roger says, "I found the sound. I have sound." Honestly, Roger. Honestly. Uh, Connor Gill. Hello, Connor. Sue Vinicum's son. Well, Connor, welcome to the show. You have an absolute gem of a mother, an absolute sweetheart. And she's I have the great honor of referring to her as a very dear friend. And welcome to the show, my friend. Is there anything I can do for you? Just ask. Oh, thank you so much, Sarah Houghton. Do you know what? She gives the most amazing hugs. When she squeezes you, you're like, one of them. Valerie Kisterson, welcome to the show. You're running late. It doesn't matter. The very fact that you've taken the time out of your life to be on my show, I'm very much appreciative. Thank you very, very much. Now, for all the rest of y'all, please make sure that you are sharing the show. Share it with your friends, with your family. Invite your friends to come along. Now, opportunity time. Wake up. You, wake up. Opportunity time. Would you like to win a free session with me? Yeah, free session with me. No charge. Here's how you do it. You get out there, right? And you bring between 3 and 5 people to the show. Okay. You get them to subscribe and get them to click the little bell icon. That's it. That's it. And here's the thing. I'm not the one that actually gets to choose who you are. Lynn Fern does. Okay. So you get out there and you get between 3 and 5 people to subscribe to the show and like the show, of course, but make sure they click the bell icon. And you could be selected to have a free session with yours truly. No cost at all. Okay. I'll absorb all the costs on that. Make sure you get on there, make sure it happen. And you actually have to really impress her. Now, those being that, those who want one-to-ones, by the way, I was supposed to be away for a couple of weeks, and I had completely wiped my calendar, as you do. That trip is not happening now. I was supposed to be out of the country, but that's not happening now. So I'm going to be here. If you want to book a one-to-one now, if you want to book it as like an Easter gift for somebody, then book it now. Alrighty. I'm only doing one-to-ones via virtual like this. Okay. But basically what happens is we go on to Messenger. I click the video button on Messenger and we do the read exactly like this. I'm not going to people's houses as yet because the COVID thing still isn't totally wiped out yet. And I can't afford to bring that back home because my dear wife suffers from cancer and I can't walk in and bring COVID. That's why I'm not doing one-to-ones in people's houses at the moment, but no doubt that will go. So get out there and get people to join the show, get them to subscribe on my YouTube channel. So go into YouTube and in the search bar, just type Paul Francis Medium. It'll bring you straight to my channel or straight to this show. Click the subscribe button, obviously. Then click the little bell icon to let you know every time a new show is released. Now, if you can get between 3 and 5 people to come and do exactly that, you could well win yourself an opportunity to be having a one-to-one with me. Alrighty. Now, in that one-to-one, because it's Easter time, I will allow you to have 2 or 3 pals with you if you want. That's no problem whatsoever. If you want to win it and bring in your husband, wife, brother, sister, pals, no problem. We can make it happen. Right. So Valerie says, I was running late. Like I say, the fact that you made the effort to come on the show, I am so very grateful. Thank you. Colleen McPeak says, I lost my brother and granny recently. They gave birth. Okay, I'll read that out here. I lost my brother and my granny recently. They gave birth to my son. So my life has been very up and down. Do you think it's getting better? Um, Loss in anybody's life is there are no words, really. There are no words. There is no cure either. Okay, and I always say never go to a medium for the cure of grief, because mediums don't have a cure for grief. Okay, there is no cure for grief. Okay, I'm going to use myself as the tool here, and I'll tell you that I lost my beautiful mom quite some time ago now, and I lost my wonderful dad about 4 years ago now. And let's look at my mom's when she crossed over to the other side of life. I still feel like she passed away only a few weeks ago. Already, just I'm just used to the pain. Okay, there's no cure. Time doesn't heal the wound. Time only lets you get used to the wound. All right. But what I do console myself is that I know that my mom and my dad are happy and together in the other side of life. They're genuinely happy and they're together on the other side. So I allow that knowledge to console the fact that I don't have them here to hold. But I do listen out for their connections, and they do connect. They do talk to me. They do let me know they're around. Okay. So what I will say to you, Carlene, is look out for those connections. Sit quiet and wait. And when they do come through to you, don't judge them. Don't start thinking, oh, did I just make that up? Or did this happen? Or did that happen? Just be open to the fact that they're talking to you. Okay. And allow that to happen. And then I let that energy, that love filter around you, through you, and with you. And once you start acknowledging the fact that they are trying to talk to you, you'll hear them more and more. You don't need mediums. You're good enough to receive it yourself. But I can tell you that your grandmother and your brother will be more than happy to be watching over you and trying to give you guidance and love. And they will look out for your son as well. No doubts. And thank you for being here. Thank you so much. You're a beautiful soul, says my darling Sarah. I'm only a beautiful soul because I have wonderful people like you around me. Thank you. Valerie says, Paul, I am still haunted by this 8-year-old blind girl Roger said is with us. Do you feel anything? No record of her in the history. I don't pick up an energy around you at all, Valerie. To be absolutely honest with you, that doesn't mean that there's no energies around you. It just means I'm not picking it up. I don't know. I think you maybe overthinking this situation. You're still haunted by an 8-year-old blind girl. Roger said is with us. Um, Roger may have picked up an energy around you at the time he was talking to you. It does not necessarily mean you're haunted. Okay, that's a completely different concept altogether. Already, um, and okay, Roger is a very, very close and very, very dear friend of mine. So I'm not going to second guess his read at all, but they can show themselves to acknowledge who they are. Okay, so while that child was here on the earth plane and may have been may have lost their vision, they will show themselves like that to say that's who I was. But as soon as they cross to the other side of life, everything is returned. They are no longer blind. They are no longer their sight is regained. Their hearing is regained. Any kind of illness is replenished, and they are whole again. And then they're met with their family. Okay, so I really kind of think you're overthinking the situation, and I guarantee you they're not being haunted. Okay, hopefully that helps. Okay. Tamara, welcome. Let's have a look. So, once again, while I'm just kind of looking and saying hi to everybody, we're coming to you live on 105.3 to 107.7 FM, coming to you live from the very beautiful city and state of New Orleans. And we're coming to you on UPRN, that's United Public Radio Network, Talk Radio. Tonight, coming after this show, there's going to be a slew of shows that include my dear friends Michelle and Amelia with their show, The Outer Realms. Make sure you stick around and have a look at the UPRN Radio Network. The family is ever growing, so there's new shows being added each week and each month, and there are some fantastic presenters there for you to have a look at. Very, very interesting subjects to be enjoyed. And I'm a huge thank you to Joe, Amelia, and Michelle for having me on the UPRN network. It's an absolute pleasure and an absolute privilege to be here. All right, I've got around about 10 minutes left, you guys, so let's have a go. Alrighty. Anne Marie says she's sorry she's late. Please don't ever be sorry. I'm very, very, very glad that you're here. Paul, dear friends of mine, Bobby Warner passed away a few months ago. Does he have anything to say for me? I miss him dearly. Tina, Bobby will be first and foremost in 2 months. He will only be getting himself together on the other side of life. Okay, imagine that he's going on a sabbatical to, the far sides of China. Okay, in the beautiful mountains of China, and you just can't get a hold of him. Alrighty, that's pretty much it. So he's getting himself together. He's understanding where he is. He's understanding the family and friends that he lost around him. He's understanding his connections here as well, and he will start to make those connections stronger and stronger and stronger. So I promise you, number one, he's fine. Number two, he will be trying to talk to you, but more importantly, I get the impression that he is trying to talk to you through symbolization, and I keep getting a butterfly around you. Okay, there's a butterfly that literally starts showing itself. So I don't know whether Bobby fell ill in around November or October, but there's a crossover between October and November that I'm being made feel. There's a strong energy there between October and November that's kind of coming into play here. And also there's something about a necklace I'm supposed to acknowledge. I feel something that's hanging around my neck that symbolizes either Roger or sorry, Bobby. Not I was thinking my pal Roger. Symbolizes Bobby, or you have a necklace of Bobby's. I don't know, but there's something that around here that I'm supposed to connect with Bobby. I keep seeing a porpoise or a dolphin as well to be acknowledged. So not too sure what that means because it's not a symbol of mine, but a porpoise or a dolphin I've got to be acknowledged. Now, weirdly enough, I not weirdly enough, I've created my own cards called the Universal cards, and one of the cards happens to be dolphins because they are knowledge. Okay, so whether or not there's something about knowledge connected in here, I don't know, because oddly enough, I just saw in my mind's eye the card that I created for my universal cards. Number one, I keep hearing number one. So the first month, January, or the first of a month is significant. So I'm going to give you the top card. Shuffle them first. Go over the side so knock everything over. Boom, 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 boom. First card. Play. So the card play. Beloved one, it is time to set aside work for a while. Don't worry, we will oversee your responsibilities to their completion. Playfulness will lift your energy so that you can return to work with a renewed perspective and a heightened energy. So, Tina, if that is a message for Bobby, he's saying stop being sad, pick up the gauntlet, and get on and have a great time. I always say to people, if you want to honor those who have crossed over, be the best you can be here and now. I can honor them by being the best and having the best life and making them proud. Anne Ray says, sorry to be late, and said hi to everybody. Anne, once again, please don't say you're sorry for being late. You're not late. Thank you for very much for being here. Oh, gosh. Right. Dawn, what does she say? Paul, a friend of mine from Newquay died a few months ago. Sorry to hear that. At his funeral, two people passed out with heat and another one dying. Wow. Did he feel upstaged? Okay. No. Did he feel upstaged, and did he enjoy me following his hearse afterwards? Okay, right. Let's address that entire. I'd almost if your pal who crossed over from Newquay had a very comedic point of view, then he's making me feel comedic. Um, at his funeral, two people passed out with heat exhaustion, another one died. Now he won't have felt very good about people passing out with heat exhaustion, but uniquely enough, he won't be feeling bad about the person who's crossed because he will have met that person immediately. Okay, he would have been there and said to them, "Hey, listen, everything's fine, everything's fine." So if you can imagine, someone goes to a funeral because of a loss, okay, but then immediately connects to the person they lost. Think about that. It's almost like a balance, isn't it? Now, obviously, then his family's going to go through loss as well, or their family's going to go through loss as well. But as unfortunately, the cycle of life is the cycle of life. We are born, we grow, and we cross. But he didn't feel upstaged at all. Okay, but I do feel very comedic, and so whether your actions, Don, were comedic in value, then I can guarantee you, he would have enjoyed it. Oh wow. All righty, let's go all the way down here. Roger, is there a shift in the atmosphere? In the atmosphere, am I picking up a shift? There's a shift in the Earth's energies, that's for sure. I don't know about the atmosphere, but there's a definite shift in the Earth energies. Beyond doubt, beyond doubt. Um, the shift will come back into balance over the next 3 or 4 months, but it's kind of like a loop. It's just, whew, and we're kind of like all out of shape at the moment, but the shape is starting to reform itself. Um, I think we're at the dawn, coming out of the darkness. I think we're there. I think there's a dawn about to come along to the world, and we're going to bring in new. There's new stuff. There's some stuff going to happen in the next coming months, maybe years, but there's stuff about to happen that's going to literally close the book on the stupidity of mankind. Okay, we're going to stop being idiots to each other, and we're going to combine as a human race. That's going to happen. Alrighty. I was shown this many years ago in a very in-depth trance meditation where I was taken out and I was shown stuff. And I remember at the end of this particular trance meditation, I was this gentleman put his hand on my shoulder and said, "Don't worry, the world will be fine." Okay, and I still remember that to this second. So, and I'll trust that that's going to be the case. Joy is my middle name. There you are, says Marlene. Moving inland, not Ireland. Says Catherine. I have been in Ireland for 31 years. All right, okay. Your show is great. Haven't been on live before. Catherine, please come here on a regular basis. Come out of Facebook though, Catherine, and go into YouTube and go on. When you go up to YouTube, in the search bar at the top, just type Paul Francis Medium, and it'll bring you straight back to my show right here. And then when you come across my show again, subscribe. Okay, so subscribe to my YouTube channel, and then click the little bell icon. But more importantly, like the show. That's important. I really need help there. Okay. Connor says, "Can you pick up anything of me, Paul, please?" Well, Well, hmm. Now, right, okay. First and foremost, I'm actually grappling with my own connections here. There's one of the things that if you watch my show on a regular basis, you'll hear me saying, you'll see me doing things like that and going, it's not my information. It's not my information. It's because I'm evaluating the information from my perspective, which is wrong. It's like me taking one of your letters and reading it, and I'll be reading it from my perspective when the letter means something completely different to you. So I have I have like an almost like a bittersweet feel that's going on around you. And I've got this strong feeling that it's either connected to your father or grandfather or an older male to you. But here's the thing: you could not have done any more to make things different. Okay, so stop trying to carry that on your shoulders. Okay, you could not have changed the outcome. It was going to be the way it was going to be, almost like pre-written. Um, and goodbyes don't have to be said; they're known. Okay, and you don't have to. I mean, I do spend a lot of my time telling people to communicate, appreciate, and validate. People look at me with like I've just grown an extra head and go, "What?" Communicate, appreciate, and validate. So what that means, communicate to people in your life now, appreciate the people in your life now, then validate that by telling them how important they are to you in your life now. And the reason I say that is communicate, appreciate, and validate all those in your life that are important. So a medium never has to do it for you. However, in this instance, I kind of get the feeling of that was never needed because no goodbye was ever warranted. Um, I'm getting tapped on the shoulder literally as we speak, which means that's a symbol that means to me pride, pride, and you could not get any stronger. That's the strongest symbol that I can possibly give you. Um, Sometimes the word, the sort of the concept of pride isn't really given as well as it could be given. All right. In other words, hugging the person, hugging your father, hugging your son, and saying, "I'm so very proud of you." Do you know that? Sometimes it's not in people to do that. It's in me. I do it with my kids all the time, and even my son, who's 25, I tell him I love him. He tells me he loves me, but I've made that a point because that's not how me and my father were. Okay, but I can tell you this: I said something earlier in my session where I said, if you want to honor those who have crossed, then be the best you can be here now. And that is the message. That's why you're supposed to be here tonight. If you want to honor those who have crossed, then be the best you can be here and now and make them proud by being the best. And when it's your turn to go home, your life will be that of an amazing gift for the people you leave behind. And then they will be able to honor you by being the best they can be. Alrighty. I will say this too, though, as well, Connor. There is a new opportunity coming up around you. And I'm getting this whole kind of like, I see, I told you I'd make it happen. That's the feeling I'm getting. I told you I'd make it happen. Okay. I will say this to you as well. I'm seeing green pound signs around you, which means to me alleviation of financial. Okay. What that means is your financial life is going to get easier. Alrighty. But there is a new situation that you may have shelved in the past. But that opportunity is going to come up for you to be able to take on both hands and say, "Do you know what? I'm ready to take it on now and make it happen." Now, I don't know whether you have your dad's car, but there's somebody, but this energy who's claiming to be older than you is talking about the car as being significant. I don't know. Was Dad fond of a whiskey? Is whiskey significant here for some particular reason? Johnny Walker whiskey. This I'm getting like I can smell whiskey, and there's something significant to do with the memory here that has whiskey involved in it, and I mean it with an honorary kind of feel, almost like have one of these boys put hairs in your chest. A moment. There's a historical event there that wants me to be acknowledged. Do you know what? It's okay to be emotional. Stop trying to be not. Stop trying to be Captain Big cojones. All right? It's okay to be emotional. And when you are emotional, it shows healing. Take the time, sit quiet, and talk to him. He gets it. Hopefully that helps you. Ladies and gentlemen of the world, I'm nearly at the end of my show. Oh, look at this, psychic sensations. In Ireland, we call them assholes. So these people like psychic sensations. They are actual rip-off merchants. Do not trust them. Okay, anybody who hops onto people's shows like this are people who are liars and cheats and thieves. So, um, I got Miles Jerry. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that, from North Wales. First time here, and I've been told that I'm missing the signs from spirit. Let me just bring that up, Miles. Um, dig, dag, no, I'm from North Wales. First time here, I have been told that I am missing the signs from spirit, but I don't see them. And who are the spirits? Well, first and foremost, Miles, the signs from spirits can come in many, many forms. The spirits are your friends, family who have crossed ahead of you. All right, but there are another level of spirits that work with you, and they are called guides. All right, people call them guardian angels. Other people call them different names. Um, a lot of people, for some unknown reason around the globe, assume that your guides have to be Native American. No, they don't. Um, Native Americans are well known for guides, but you have other wonderful races on the earth that are far more highly spiritually evolved than us. Uh, Aboriginal people, for an example, the people from the Far East that study Zen Buddhism, Indian people. There's a lot, but the energies that who are trying to talk to you primarily tend to be those who have crossed over already, those of your friends and family who have crossed over you, and the signs that they send you can be multiples of things, from smells. If you pick up like the smell of a pipe or tobacco, maybe someone's perfume or aftershave. Maybe you might pick up a smell of baking that brings you to a particular person's memory. And these are signs that they send to you to try and get your attention. So, for example, if you picked up a specific smoke from a pipe, then that would be bringing you to a grandfather, maybe a father figure who wants to try and get your attention to say he's there. Okay. Um, there's a strong G around you. Okay, like Gary, Gavin, Gareth. I don't know, a strong G name to be acknowledged. Um, Somebody connects here to either flying, aviation, or the Air Force in some way. But I'm getting wings. Okay, when I get those wings, it usually means to me aviation, or a connection to aviation in some way that wants to be acknowledged. So somebody could have well been in one of the forces, Army, Navy, or Air Force, connected to aviation in some particular way, but the wings connect me usually to aviation in some way. There's a strong G to be acknowledged, but they are trying to get your attention, and they are using symbolisms. And there's something to do with a coin that's they're drawing my attention to as well. Okay, the coin will have a specific date on it connected to a particular place. Thanks for being here, Jerry, for your first time. I'm more than happy to work and help you a bit more, but I'm literally running out of time because I have shows coming on after me tonight. Ladies and gentlemen of the world, I will be back this coming Thursday night at 9 p.m. UK time. That's 4 p.m. Eastern. Please come and join me then. I have run out of time here tonight. And as I say, I've got shows coming on directly after me. So I really must finish on time. Miles, thank you for being here. To everybody else who's joined me tonight, if I haven't come to you tonight, doesn't mean that your friends and family are not connected to you. It just means those who got a reading tonight needed a reading tonight. Please take from all of those readings that what suits you and brings you love and understanding. I will see you all on Thursday at 9 p.m. UK time. In between then and now, you'll have Roger and beautiful Faye that have their Latino psychic visions on Wednesday night. Come and join me on Thursday at 9 p.m. From now and here and me, good night. God bless. Take care of each other. Communicate, appreciate, and validate. Until I see you again, God bless. Thanks very much.